Hey y'all, jumping up in here right quick. Hey, how y'all doing? Y'all, now y'all know when y'all hear birds sound like this, I am done playing. Bring that lady her mama back. And you know we talk about Nancy Guthrie. Bring them people they mama back. Okay? That's y'all, we need to get a mega bus and get on there all the blueberries and dude berries that especially us that was in adult and stuff and go on down to Tucson and go get we'll have this lady in 24 hours. In 24 hours. We need to go. Tracy, we need to come pick you up. You'll find Nancy. Tracy will find Nancy in one day. Put you and conscious on the case. Y'all will get Nancy in one day because this sheriff dropped the ball. Okay, you guys, let's talk about it. Welcome to Burgundy Blue Commentary. We talk about what we want to talk about when we're ready to talk about it. And we're talking about poor Nancy Guthrie. And you guys, hey gardens. So it just broke that the authorities we're gonna talk about this sheriff that was at the basketball game that released the crime scene early. It's just ridiculous. Yeah, bring the chief meteorologist. Bring chief meteorologist. They could just go ahead get us. What's the hotel that had the cookies? When you go there, go get us a few rooms at the DoubleTree. Let us out after the continental breakfast is served. We'll go down there, look on the port, find Nancy in a day. Find Nancy in a day because they not doing enough. They are not doing enough for me. So you guys, if you can, just so you know, we're demonetized. If you can support the channel, the link is pinned. You don't have to stay. The content rolls on regardless. This is a passion of mine. And I want to send prayers to the Guthrie family because this is scary. You know what I mean? This is an elder, this is somebody's loved one, and they just released what happened. Now, I'm going to say this. I don't think it's the brother-in-law anymore. I feel like the brother-in-law would have knew it was a doorbell camera. So look, we're going to have to do like Antoine with a W. Tomaso, we sorry over here. All right, let's go. Let's take a look at this video and just prayers for Nancy because this had to be scary as ever. Let's look at what TMZ got. So this is Nancy's front porch. So if you look right here at the front, you see at the front of his belt, he has, not only does he just, oh, sorry guys, y'all can't see, sorry. I think my computer's freezing up again. Sorry, I'm not on my big computer. Let's see if we can get this straight. Oh, you can see. Okay, y'all can see. Okay, so right here at the front, you see he has a weapon. He has a weapon in his brief in the front there. He has on these gloves. Now, these gloves, you guys know I fish a lot. Those aren't just rubber gloves. Those are rip proof gloves. Sometimes I use that like if I want to cut fish or cut steak or something like that. Those keep you from getting stabbed. Those are not just regular those aren't just regular plastic hospital gloves that he has on. So he was duly prepared. I just felt like I wanted to point those gloves out. So he sees the camera and he covers it right here. It's almost like he's shocked that he saw the camera. That's why I don't think it's Tommaso, the brother-in-law. He would know it's a camera. Now, what does he have in this book bag? Lots of supplies for some reason, right? Hey, exactly, Erica. Hey, everybody that just came in Wyoming. Lots of supplies. Now, look, he's looking for, I don't know what he's looking for because he obviously didn't have what he needed in that book bag. So he goes down and he gets like brushing, bush, like little bush leaves. Now again, that sheriff released the crime scene. Not that he's supposed to know every little thing, but look at this. He pulls it right out the ground. And anybody, a plant mom or plant dad in here, this would either show you that someone trampled in the bush or the bush was ripped. So he got what he needs. And it's like he's trying to cover the doorbell with the now those bushes look a little prickly to me, and we are in Arizona. I have to like ask one of the plant moms or dads what kind of plant that was up front. So he has a flashlight in his mouth because he's trying to take down the doorbell. Now remember, she didn't have a subscription, so shout out to Nest for still getting the images. Shout out to the feds for being able to pull the images. Yeah, look, he's trying to scary. So this is, oh, sorry guys. TMZ want their money.
We've all tried ways to earn a little extra. With Missed Play, discover games you'll love and earn rewards for playing to use for the necessities.
Okay. All right. So, oh wow. First of all, how scary this has to be. 1 something in the morning, okay? How did he get in the door? A lot of people say, so I got a hiccup. A lot of people are saying that he made that this area was so good that she may have left her doors unlocked. I keep going back to that roof and how white it is. I wonder if it was someone that worked on her house and just know she was there every by herself. Like, have you ever sent someone to someone's house that they cut the yard all the time, or they come and do odd jobs and they know this person lives by themselves? I wonder if it was something like that. Another thing, it looks like he came from the side of the house. It could be a neighbor. It could be a neighbor that knows she lives by herself. I don't think just because he didn't know about that doorbell, but I could be wrong. I don't think it was a relative, now that we're seeing the way he was shocked and not prepared for that doorbell camera. Y'all let me know what you think. And also, they're pointing out he has a little mustache. We know that could be shaved. He has dark, it looks like dark eyebrows. And yeah, I'm just thinking about poor Nancy. She had to be just paralyzed with fear that a masked person is coming in your house. And don't forget, when she came out, they did identify the blood on the front porch as hers. I want to get to this sheriff. Okay, so they're saying, this is the rumor, that it was a problem. Okay, now I don't know how protocol is. You guys let me know. But they say when the feds come to town, like the FBI, when they get there, it's up to local police to ease up and say, hey, yeah, we want you to take over on the case. They're saying that the sheriff did not want they were like, we got it, and was like giving them crap, like in Pena County. Okay, so they said it was just problems with the sheriff and the lead sheriff and the FBI. And finally, the FBI had to say, hey, no, we're taking over. We don't care. We're setting up um, command centers all over. Um, and that's it. We don't care because you guys are just being a little careless. So we saw that the sheriff went to the football game and all of that stuff, and it's just sad. It just feels like nobody really looking for this lady. I hate to say it like that. I know it. I'm not there. I don't know people, but it seems like everybody's looking, but they're not looking. I know that sounds weird the way I'm saying it. It's like they're all there, but they're like mainly in a. I know what it is. They're in a war room. Like they're in a room. They're like having lunch, sitting around a office, a big old conference table, having lunch. This is how I figured it. They're ordering Chipotle for the day. And they're all like, where do you think we could find her? And nobody's really out there in the field trying to find her. Like they just looked over her house once and was like, yeah, maybe somebody took her, maybe somebody didn't. And now they're just in the office figuring they can find her from inside the office and at the basketball game. Y'all let me know your thoughts. That's how I feel. Like when I saw that sheriff at the basketball game, that was too much for me. Like in the middle of this whole investigation. Um, see if I missed anybody. Hey, Choose. Oh, that's how. Oh, Criminal Minds. I never saw that show. I never saw that show. But I swear, it just seemed like they're super lazy. Like it's crazy. Let's see what's going on with JLR today, because he's boots on the ground. Let's peep over there right quick.
I was talking to a reporter that was up in Minneapolis, for the chaos in Minneapolis. Said he was or a friend who tries to put the pieces together. This looks like someone I know, and by the way, that person wasn't home or is now gone. It's those types of things that law enforcement, they're trying to essentially prime the public that we want anything that you have to obviously come forward. The video itself, Boris, as you mentioned, was able to be resurrected by law enforcement working meticulously with the private sector. People have been asking, well, what is taking so long to access those cameras? We know that because the camera itself was taken by presumably the person here, that authorities had to then work with this company to try to get any type of backup data. But now some very, very rich imagery that we're able to see. Authorities hope that someone will recognize something here.
This is just sick, man. And I think we'll never know. I hate to say it, but now I pray we know. I pray they find her. Um, but now they released the images. he know he not getting 6 million in Bitcoin. That's why I'm like, you might as well just drop her off. Drop her on off because you're not getting any money. Okay? You're not getting any money. That's done for. Drop her on off. Who wants to hold her for 10 days? And she needs her medicine. She needs, whatever. She's scared. Are you able to take care of somebody? We don't even know who this person is, how old they are. Put in the chat from what you saw. How old do you think this person is? I'm just wondering what you guys think. We see a little mustache, it's dark. They look like they're pretty tall, maybe like 5'11". I wouldn't say they were 6 feet something, but like maybe 5'10", 5'11". To me, I don't know, because we're looking at an angle from the doorbell. Let's hear about this little friction and clash that was going on before we go for today.
It sounds like it took days before they were really doing any kind of meaningful cooperation. And that may be why the FBI, days after the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie, came to the house and got these cameras. If you go back to last Monday, the first press conference, we didn't visibly see an FBI presence there. Then on Tuesday, there's another press conference, and you see the special agent in charge of the local satellite office. I think the title is Assistant Special Agent. And it wasn't until Thursday that the special agent in charge of the field office out here in Phoenix came down and was physically present. And also that same agent, we saw him at the home of Annie Guthrie going into the house a little bit before the first video response came into that purported ransom note. So he was in there, perhaps with the family as they were recording it.
Michael, can you tell me, you're very good about going out there talking with the people. What is the community saying there on the ground?
There's a lot of concern for just an innocent elderly victim taken from her home in the dead of the night. It definitely rubs people the wrong way. There's apprehension, there's fear, there's concern. It's a strange vibe, and it's a big town here. I mean, the county has about 1 million people, but it's also a small town feel, and a lot of people that you run into have some kind of connection to everybody else you run into. So there's a sense of community here. There's a sense of an attack on the community, and we still have no answers.
Yeah, so Michael, Fox News Digital photographed some surveillance cameras along the route between Annie Guthrie and Nancy Guthrie's house. What did you see?
So, Lawrence, there are cameras everywhere in this county. It looks like almost every red light intersection has cameras. There are other, they call them flock cameras. They're all over the roads around here. There's also businesses with, nowadays, it's 2026. Almost every business has a surveillance camera outside facing the road. They're hoping that some of these cameras caught something of interest to the investigation. And that's what they were sweeping over the weekend and last week, looking for stuff to give them clues and identify, right, a person of interest, a vehicle of interest, a suspect. Officially, they say that they haven't identified anyone yet, but they're doing a lot of work. You can see them around town. You can see them canvassing neighborhoods. They are clearly following down leads, and they're also soliciting more tips from the public. They want anybody who saw anything to report it.
It's going to be interesting how they piece this together. It's terrible that the FBI is just now getting involved to process that data when it comes to the cameras there. But I'm also hearing on the ground that it's hard to get a good quality shot because there's all these restrictions on these cameras with the lights. So it's going to be curious to see how this all plays out right there. But we got to get Nancy home. So hopefully they'll work better together on the ground. Thanks so much for joining the program, Michael.
Look, it's so weird. Look. Okay, hold on. They won't let me be great on here. They won't let me be great. Hold on. Okay, here we go. So, I think I need to get a webcam for my computer. So, you guys could recommend good webcams. Let me know. I think so. I think so I could switch to my PC that was customized for me. Um so anyway, uh I was looking at I was looking at this guy. I was just talking. I was looking at this guy and I was like, while we were talking about the FBI, I was like, oh man, he got to get his thyroid checked. And I used to hate when people would tell me this, but I was just looking at his thing, his eyes, and I was like, he's so young, he needs to get checked now just to see, because men don't get it checked like that. And I was just watching his eye. Okay, off subject. But anyway, um, so the so they had to get the FBI involved, and they waited to the last minute to get them. And people could have found Annie way ahead of time. Okay, so that's all I want to say. I'll be back later tonight. StreamYard be hating. Yes. The first 48 is important. And he released the crime scene. He like went over there. He went over there like somebody was missing a box of Girl Scout cookies. It was like, we dusted for prints, and then released the crime scene. The media was all in the driveway, all type of crazy stuff. I'm so disappointed in this sheriff. Then went to the basketball game, started chilling. Just don't even put the top button on his shirt. Look, first of all, I ain't trust him. I ain't trust him since this. Hold on. Hold on. I don't trust him. Let me tell you why. Like Chu said, look at the police too. Look at him. Look how he show up. The lady missing. Hold on. Now we talk fashion over here if you guys haven't been over here. And you guys, if you can support the channel, we're demonetized. Every dollar counts. Please, please, please. You don't have to. Thank you so much, but it's pinned above. Now look at him. Now Savannah Guthrie, Morning America, Al Roker co-host. Okay, Jenna Bush friend, Mama is missing, and you don't even iron your shirt. You don't even put the top button nor your sheriff hat, nor your tie on. I ain't trust him then. I ain't trust him then. Okay. And that's how he show up to the press conference. It ain't that hot down there. Button your top collar and iron your shirt in the morning. I mean, it's not that bad, but you know what I mean. Y'all know we talk fashion over here. Okay. Let's see what Wyoming said. That hat is cute, Wyoming. The FBI doesn't have jurisdiction unless it involves more than one state, kind of thing. But the state should be able to accept help if they want. Yeah, that's what they were saying. They said that the sheriff with them was like, "Nah, we got it, we good." But I think that was wrong. I think that was wrong. Like, no, you guys should have. You guys should have accepted all the help. But you know what it is? And we see it every day. It comes down to credit. It comes down to who was going to break the case, who's going to be. Now he got all this at home. Hold on. He got wait a minute, what's this lady right here? Hold on. Is this drama? Hold on, let's see what he's now I just wanna pause. He got all this at home, y'all. He got the jacket, the tie, all of that. But what's happening with this blonde lady? Let's see. Oh, Sookie now. Hold on. Pima County Sheriff's candidate files $2 million claim alleging retaliation by Sheriff Chris Nanos. Uh-oh. So he voted in. Y'all, he ain't gonna be voted in next week. He might as well come on down to the village of Dalton. choose, choose him to come on down to the village. Go on, drop your application. Riverdale looking for somebody too, I think. You not gonna be voted in again, Chief. Chief, you can call it goodbye. Oh no. They said he looked Pima County Sheriff's Department employee and previous candidate for sheriff have announced plans to this 2024 to sue current sheriff Chris Nanos for placing her on administrative leave 3 weeks before election day. Ooh. In a notice of a claim over 100 pages long, attorney for Heather Lappin, a corrections lieutenant at the Pima County Adult Detention Center, and Nano's former Republican opponent in the 2024 sheriff's race. Oh. Argue Lappin was subject to 5 retaliatory investigations after her bid for PCSD's highest office was made public in the fall of 2023. Investigations, attorneys say, were deliberately meant to interfere with her campaign. Mm, okay. Okay. What else he got going on over here? So he a little. So it's a carrot measuring contest over there. So they got 50 years. Okay, let's see what they talking about. 50 years experience, y'all. Chu said, look at the police. Okay, it says here, Nanos has been sheriff of Pima County for 6 of his 50 years in law enforcement. After being appointed as sheriff in 2015, the Democrat was elected in 2020 and reelected in 2024. Nano was born in El Paso, Texas, where he attended the University of El Paso and majored in public administration and criminal justice. He oversees a 1,500 person department that covers more than 9,000 square miles of unincorporated Pima County. That's where Nancy was. Okay. Um, let's see. Here's what to know. Let's scroll on down. He's served continuously as sheriff since 2021. We heard he was in El Paso. When did he move to the Pima County Sheriff's Department? He joined the Pima County Sheriff's Department in 1984. Okay. 2 years later, he was chief deputy. In 2015, he was sheriff. Okay. He led the investigation of shooting of former rep Gabby Giffords. Okay. He sparked controversy over the year. Okay, here's the juiciness. Nanos was sued by Lappin in 2025. We just read about that. Okay. He also put Sergeant Aaron Cross on leave after campaigning for Lappin. Oh, so he don't like nobody to come for him unless he send for them. Okay. So somebody campaigned while they were off duty. Wow. And he put them on leave. Cross later sued him. The court denied Cross' request for a preliminary injunction, but required the department to clarify its policy on what off-duty employees are prohibited from wearing while engaging in political activities. Okay. He's also butted heads with the Pima County. it. What keep on happening? StreamYard's a total hater. So he ends up at a basketball game. So I was saying Olivia Benson and then went down there to help, and he didn't want nobody help. He wanted all the credit, but he ends up at a basketball game, and now he want to get mad at the FBI because they said, "Oh, you missed this camera on the roof," and then he missed another camera on the little house. I think I called it the guest house, but ended up being a pool house. He missed the cameras over the pool house. So Chief Nanos, go sit down somewhere. Go sit down somewhere. And y'all bring them. Oh, are we back now? Can y'all hear me now? I'm sorry. We lost audio. Thank you, y'all. Bring that lady her mama back, please. Just bring that lady her mama back. Like, you not getting the 6 million. You tried. Said Nanos Dalton needs you. Nanos for share. Nanos for Chief Lacey job. Bring him on out here. You're not getting the 6 million, y'all. Okay, you're not getting it. So just drop the lady off somewhere. Okay. Drop the lady off somewhere. Put a can in the string. Call somebody on the phone. What's that thing they was using on Scream? Use one of them voice recording things. Tell them where to find her so she could be home with her family and get on with her life and be healed. You're not getting the money. Okay, that's what I'm done with. I'm done playing these games. You're not getting the money. Nobody paying you, sir. Nobody paying you. Go ahead and take the stress off of you and everybody else and return this lady healthy to her family. Don't be scared. If they find you, they find you. You did it. That's the risk you took. That's the risk you took. Bring that lady back to her people. I just can't imagine how she must have felt. You ever feel another presence in your house? And in my early 30s, I lived in a bigger house, like a big house where but I had a dog. So the dog would alert me of, if somebody was in the house or something like that. But sometimes when you in those big houses, people don't go walk through their whole house. So people could be on the other side of the house hiding, inside the house hiding. Who's to even say when the garage went up, somebody else didn't sneak in with her? Because why did they need her car? Like, I keep on going back to why they needed her car towed out. You know what I mean? But then now I'm thinking about these silly sheriffs. It probably wasn't even a reason at that time, but the feds was like, you missed all these cameras, dude. And yes, we'll use technology to find out who this masked person is. And I'm glad they did. Sorry, guys. I'm glad they did. And then eyeliner Tracy, let me go back. I thought it was his lashes. Let's see. Mary. Cute picture shoes. Mary. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. He could have been disguising with a little mascara, or he could have really, 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 really dark lashes. I don't know. That mustache is very well manicured. I'll tell you that. He got up and trimmed that mustache. That mustache is fresh. I'm just trying to think of what else we could see in this picture. I can't tell because it's so gray. I can't tell his nationality. Like, dark hair could, people say, oh, he's Hispanic, but he don't have to be. He could be white, brunette. I don't know. You can't tell when the picture's gray if his eyes are brown, blue, what. That whole, I'm gonna tell you what got me. that he's in there like MacGyver or whatever with this flashlight in his mouth. Like, what is he doing? And he got a gun for an 84-year-old woman. The legs, okay, this is me. The legs don't look that long to me. I'm saying he's about 5'10". I don't think he's 6 foot anything. If they were like, Berg, can you get him some pants? I'd say his pant size is a 36, 32. 34, 32 at the most. 36, 34, 32. His hands are kind of big. Because we talk fashion. If y'all don't know, if y'all new over here, that jacket's an extra large. I just can't tell what kind of body he got under there. But his hat, his head is huge. And his hands are huge. So could the hat be containing hair and a beard? You know what I mean? I'm looking at the. Could he have a lot of hair? I definitely don't think he's bald. So someone get Berg. Like, Berg, what do you think? Yes, the circumference, his hat size is 7 1/8. That's all I got. But I'm so disappointed in this sheriff. So you guys, when they released the crime scene, just imagine, you see right here, we're gonna watch this video before we go one more time. This is footprints. Just imagine, you guys. And then the blood was on the front porch. So that means he took Nancy out that way. So Nancy footprints and his footprints were there. But they opened the crime scene up to media. An Amazon package was delivered the next day with the blood on the porch. Oh my, I'm just, what the heck are y'all doing? That's why I said, send us on down there. Send us on out. We'll make all the media get back. Everybody, let's look at this video.
And the things that matter.
All right, yes,
and we're trying some tricks tonight.
Oh no! We don't want to see Kylie.
Roll into it. Go.
How did we get over here to Kylie Jenner? Okay, let's see. And I just wonder, because we keep going back, what's the bright idea to take her? It could have been she was taken, they demanded the ransom, and she was brought back home. They're talking about, if you don't pay us by Thursday, you're not going to get this. If you don't pay us by Monday, you're not going to get, it's going to be this consequence. Who wants to hold on to her that long? That's what makes me sad, to think that she might not be with us. Okay, let's go back. Okay, let's look. Let's look right quick. Thanks for being here, you guys. Okay. Look at how many footprints could be possible right there. Do we even know what kind of sneakers he has on? Just look at the evidence. He on her rug. And he took Nancy out the same way. I'm trying to look in his sleeves. Look at how much evidence. So he goes to grab the bush. He drops some of the bush. All on the porch. He's dropping some of the little plant. Got the flashlight in his mouth. And the chief released the whole crime scene. So let's look at JLB before we go. They're just too close to her house. I just think that this is crazy. Um, let's see what JLB is doing. He couldn't get more media is becoming day by day, so he did. It's nothing going on, y'all. He couldn't even do that. Yeah, he went to the shade. So nothing going on over there. Hold on, my computer got stuck, you guys. Sorry. Oh, they yeah, they all in the dirt raging, all in the dirt. They're all like people are starting to bring sorry, I'm trying to bring the reporters food and stuff. Trying to close this up so I can okay. Yeah, they didn't have 24. You know what? Those are good to have. Just I know that people get the apps, but sometimes just getting a good security system if you can and paying that one time, like like the security system they have at the grocery store or something like that. Go on and pay the few grand and you'll have it forever instead of the apps because it's so like you just dependent on it. Um Right, and he still ain't say nothing about the Epstein files, did he? He didn't say nothing about the Epstein files. That because I heard his name was somewhere floating around there. That's a whole nother conversation because I'm so confused on Epstein and what's going on with there. But okay. All right, you guys, I'm gonna get up out of here. I just wanted to tell y'all I am done. Bring this lady home. Bring her home. And at the worst case scenario, drop the location if she's not with us. Drop the location where they could find her. Um I just think this is so unfair that this happened and you guys I'm gonna keep you posted. Prayers to that family and I'll be in touch soon. Take care of yourself and each other. Bye.